What would you do, genius? You're like, how do I save the world? It's like, I don't know, Pete. What's your master plan?
Okay. Well,
So we have a virus that we don't have a vaccine for. Small businesses are going out of business because everyone's stuck at home because they have nothing. They're recommended not to go outside. So what do you do?
hmm. Okay.
Make everyone open a restaurant because those are mandatory or allowed to be open.
Let's think. Well, first we need a way to increase our economic productivity again.
So factories need to be open.
Um, well, I'll get to
But
that.
I'm pretty sure factories,
Oh.
if they're mandatory or they meet certain require, like I'm still working in a factory, so there are certain companies that still are working.
Well, yeah, obviously. But I
So
mean, not everybody is still going into work.
yeah, but
We're not
probably
operating at 100%
no, of
capacity.
course not. But I'm pretty sure the main businesses, like the biggest ones, are like manufacturers. I'm sure are still working.
I don't think they are at 100% capacity.
No, of course not. But it's not at 0% either.
Yeah. Let's see. I've read a bunch of stuff on different things, and I agree with some of it and disagree with some of it. Like Peter Schiff, Chamath Palihapitiya. Right, I said that name way too fast, but
Yeah,
um,
because I know these people.
Palihapitiya. Yeah.
Some Indian name.
Um, Huge Warren Buffett, huge Ray Dalio. I love them both.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah, Warren Buffett.
Mm,
He's a genius. But no, so what I would say is we definitely need a way to start. I don't like the word. I don't like the what's it called? The idea of contact tracing. Is
what
I
does
mean
that
I mean
mean?
obviously it's the best solution we have right now,
Oh,
but
is that when like I go to a restaurant and they're like, give us your contact information in case.
no. I think it just means that you are literally following it, like you are a data point, and the system is following you and making sure that you are adhering to the rules.
What rules?
The ones that would the ones that would protect everybody from you giving them the virus. Genius.
But how would they know?
I honestly have no idea
We're
how
not
it's
wearing masks
implemented.
right now. I could be infecting you and you'll infect your parents and they'll infect someone. That's how the virus spread
Well,
in the first place.
well, you should have infected me 12 times over by this point. So,
There's always a first time for
yeah.
everything.
So, whatever form of contact tracing and testing needs to happen for sure. I feel like if we put people into certain buckets or classifications based on their status, so like if you test positive, for instance,
Hmm.
then you got to do your quarantine, you got to do your
Well, that's isn't that the
whatever.
rules already?
Yeah, but let's say if you were negative, if you test negative, then they get you back to work,
Okay.
and that's it. And anyone and
That's what it is
that
currently, though.
is it though, because we haven't tested enough people.
Multiple people in my company were tested and they were sent home and they just sat there for 2 weeks and most of them came back, fortunately. But
Did you retest though?
I'm sure they retested.
I don't know about that. You're just assuming.
I am assuming, but you know, if they got it the rule is if you catch it, you quarantine for 14 days, and if you still exhibit symptoms of it, you continue to quarantine. But if your symptoms go away, welcome back.
Nice.
So, I mean, what's wrong with that? What are the odds the symptoms go away but you're still infected?
You need to be tested again. If you had it already, you
I'm
need to be tested
sure
again.
there's like a guideline that says go in and like stab yourself with a needle and check.
No, dude, that's not how it works.
They go to
They
the
just
doctor or the
stick a
clinic.
swab up your nose nowadays. That's how they're gonna do it at school for me.
What?
Yeah, because athletes have to get tested twice a week,
Oh,
so I have to go
why are
into
you still doing
Aganis.
athletics?
We're just practicing. Athletics got canceled practically for the fall. Cancel culture has reached its claws into athletics.
That's not cancel culture,
I know,
but
I know. I'm joking.
do you still get the scholarship?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, so what I was gonna say is, we have to impose some kind of restrictions, but also some stimulus to economic productivity in that way.
What
That would be a huge government plan though that I don't think we have the like. We definitely have the capacity and the infrastructure to do it. We don't have the what's it called, the patience as a U.S. government, or the amount of organization required. So maybe not infrastructure, but like I think the level-headedness is very lacking in Washington to get something like this done.
What about, here's an idea that kind of stems from you. It's like, what's stopping us from just testing everyone in America? Like right now.
What do you mean?
Like, let's test everyone, find out right now who has it, who doesn't.
Okay, but who's gonna implement that?
I am.
Good luck, bro.
Wouldn't that solve the problem? It would solve everything, wouldn't
Not
it?
necessarily.
Why not? We
Because
catch the perps and that's that.
There are no perps, bro. You test everybody. It's what happens after the test and the results of the test that determine what you.
So you find all the people, test everyone, and
No, dude. I mean, just the people that test negative, just keep them, or not negative. They test positive for the virus. Just stay home. Do your civil duty.
Civil duty,
I
Pete. Who
don't
cares
even
about
wanna call it
that?
no, it's not a civil duty. That's true. No one cares about civil duties anymore. Like civic duty. My bad. No. Just stay at home so you don't have to like. There's a fine line between liberties in the Constitution and responsibilities, right?
You want to tell them that? You want to tell
No.
these people
Okay,
walking in
but
the
I
street?
don't want to turn into a COVID episode.
Podcast.
So what I was really adhering to was, yeah, we need to get the people that are okay and able, we need to get them back
To work.
right? And then that will provide some more incentive. It'll start the wheel turning again slowly and slowly. Now, I think the one thing that the US has done, which is very price efficient, but I think bad because in the end we've become leveraged by other nations,
Like who?
like China, is
Well,
manufacturing.
What else is new?
Dude, we don't produce anything in house anymore. Like barely any stuff. Remember last week we talked with Andrew, like BMW produces part of its stuff
In China.
here, part of its stuff in China, part of its stuff in Germany, and it's all assembled in Germany. It's a German company. You know, like we as a country have done that, except with literally everything. We import everything.
I mean, I always imagine like that would be the secret to saving America is we need to start making our own stuff again.
Yeah.
But the problem is that costs money.
Yeah, that's
And
the problem. But
why would I pay an American employee $9 an hour when I can pay a Chinese employee like $9 a year?
You see, that's the problem. If we want to get our economy up and running again to the point that it's in a good, like, think about the war, the
World War II, you mean?
yeah. The reason that we were able to get back up and running is because we started having a
We started producing, but the thing is, we were producing guns and
I forgot how to
bullets
speak
and
English.
tanks and planes.
I know, but we were producing stuff.
So,
that's the point. Like we were doing things.
But we had a reason to do it. Now
know.
we don't have one.
No, but the reason is very, very much still just to get the economy back up and running. But that
comes at the cost of like companies willing to sacrifice some profit for their country. Good luck convincing them.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But so I mean, look, I'm giving you a way that it can happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, and obviously we've laid out the exact reason why it probably won't happen.
Yeah.
And also we don't have, in my opinion, a leader that is able to get something like that done anyway.
I don't think it's
Leader as in president. We haven't had a president that would be able to get that done.
I mean, I don't think it could be done anyway. I mean, the only way to do that is to literally ban China from us. To get the companies to be like, okay, no more China, no more Chinese products, no more China anything.
No, and okay, so I touched on how to do the virus
And
stuff,
how to start the American people.
produce, how to do the supply thing here. The demand is going to come naturally with the supply. We know that.
I mean, once again, what are you gonna charge it for? You have to charge it the same as everyone else. And if it costs more to make, that means you're losing money.
Yeah. But okay,
We
so
we need to start making no, but if we start making machines that replace humans, that just leaves us at square one.
no, not really. I mean, jobs are always created somehow, some way.
Yeah, but with robot technology, only good jobs are
Technology.
going to be on the market, and
Dude,
not everyone is qualified for those jobs.
no, they jobs always are created by some type of tech. It's just not a job that you can imagine would ever exist because it doesn't.
It's not that they won't exist, but
Remember,
the
you are
number.
limited to what you know, your imagination.
Shut up, Pete.
No, but
But
seriously.
but the thing is, with technology, if you can replace like 10 people's worth of work with like 2 people and one robot, like yeah, there's 2 jobs available, but now you took 8 away. So
Okay, but what happens if the existence of that robot allowed another company to um, rise up out of the dirt, whatever, and those 8 people can now work for that company? You see, like my point is, it doesn't matter which jobs are eliminated. There are always gonna be more.
so
And
when a robot
that
company is created, now the lower level people are gonna just join the lower level of the robot company.
no, I'm saying that there will be different needs for different times, bro.
That's true, but in advanced technological times, you need advanced technological workers, no?
Yeah, but there's always gonna be a need for low skilled workers.
We'll see.
No, so I think the other big part that would need to be like completely reevaluated is the monetary policy that we have.
What's our policy?
Well, it's not um monetary policy in terms of how we conduct transactions. It is how the value of the dollar is in the current market in general, and what are the driving forces behind that.
So it's inflated currently.
Yeah, right now we are horribly inflated. We are going that direction
Um,
even more every single day. We are before I go on to this, we are really really headed towards I think the next Great Depression.
I don't think so. But how much is the pound compared to the dollar? Like 1 pound.
Let's see, trusty search engine. A pound is about 75 cents to the dollar.
No. So how many dollars is 1 pound? It's the other way.
1.31.
That's good. It used to be like 1.7 at one point in my
Yeah.
lifetime.
Dude, that means that
Both of them went down.
the dollar is losing value, bro. That's the
No,
point.
no, 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 no. 1 pound was $1.7, which means it cost more dollars to make 1 pound in the past. So the ratio between pound and dollar currently is less, which means they're closer to each other. Whether or not that means the pound and the dollar both went down to at such a rate, I don't know. But
I don't know if that's true.
the pound definitely was more expensive in the past.
Well, all I can tell you is that the dollar is the world's reserve currency right now.
It
Like,
is.
dude,
What about Europe?
you majored in economics, bro.
Europe has its own financial thing in Italy.
That's wonderful, but the Eurozone doesn't compare to the dollar.
Okay.
Come on.
They made a big deal about like the treasury in Italy about the euro, how it's like cool and stuff.
The US dollar rules the world right now. Like, everything's compared to the dollar.
It's true.
It's the world's reserve currency. So what I'm saying is, I think Dalio, he has three ways to characterize monetary policy, and right now he says that we're approaching the third way.
Which
So
is
first way is increase interest rates. Second way is quantitative easing.
I don't know.
You know what that is?
No.
Basically, the Fed will start buying equities.
From foreign companies, or so basically the government will own companies now.
Yeah,
So the government will own properties or companies now.
yeah. The government starts purchasing. It just starts purchasing equities and securities in general.
Local
for
or
long
foreign?
term. Local, of course.
Okay.
And then this encourages lending. So that's monetary policy 2, according to him. Monetary policy 3. So monetary policy 3 is basically the government is just prints money and gives it to spenders.
That's not a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
That'll inflate it
Well,
completely.
That's the point. Monetary policy 3 is very inflationary
Yeah.
and very devaluing to the dollar.
Yeah.
But the problem is that's the only thing that's happening right now. So like the purpose is it incentivizes people to go and spend because they're just getting money for existing.
Yeah, but the problem is this is a very bad time to be alive.
Yeah. So my point is because of that, and that's what we're doing right now practically. Like we are printing.
We are doing that, but like it's for
Okay.
the right moral reason.
But
would
Alex,
would you
the
be
last time this happened was
the Great Depression?
yes.
Yeah, but there wasn't a virus back then.
I know, but
And China wasn't a thing back then.
I understand, but remember, I said the virus catalyzed this. This was already happening before the virus happened.
Yeah. I mean, they said the same thing about Obama's term where inflation was a big deal, but we got out of it.
No, we really didn't.
Oh, it just kept getting worse?
It just keeps getting worse.
Well,
but people keep forgetting. What happened in the '08 recession was completely different. Had nothing to do with what the Fed was like tampering like with all the money printing and
But
stuff.
then Obama did a lot of government spending anyway.
I mean, yeah, because like I said, you can still incur debt, but that's the problem. That you see, that's what I find really weird as well is there's no sense of accountability anymore
What does
because
that
they just keep printing and printing and printing and printing.
Well, how else are you gonna do things?
I mean,
Exactly.
My point is, they have to pay the debt off.
Not really. We're just gonna be indebted forever. We're just gonna be slaves.
That's
Economically speaking, of course.
like that's
The only way to
That's terrible.
solve the debt would come at the expense of the American people. As you can
Yeah.
imagine, the American people aren't gonna like that very much.
I know. So
'cause
we have to. I mean, based on where monetary policy is right now, like
Yeah.
what he described, we need to stop printing.